There's a lot of young people who constantly ask where there's this opportunity for funding, but I don't know how to pitch my idea. I don't know how to make that idea interesting to those who have the resources to fund my business, to give me the resources. For you, as you were starting out, you now have an opportunity to be assisted by Red Bull. What strategies did you use at that time that helped you get recognized, help you get the resources from Red Bull?
I was doing stuff.
Okay.
When I think about it, I didn't know it. I just was acting on impulse, and my impulse led me to take a loan for a camera, go out and be shooting, go out and be paying attention to the things I love, look for who was doing the coolest murals around town, offer to go shoot their mural for free. That picture gets put out there back in the early days of early tagging. And suddenly, people that are doing, people that are consistent, people that are putting themselves out there, they get noticed because they're action-based. One of the other things that happened was just aligning on principle, course correcting. I don't really enjoy doing this for that brand. This is my passion, and everyone saw that I was course correcting on certain things, and they could tell that I was happier and therefore more creative. Strategically, a lot of it was just people that, you cannot underestimate word of mouth. You cannot.
Based on the work that you've done.
If you are doing, and people are happy with what you're doing, and you repeat that again and again without the need to shout it out, like everyone wants to influence and shout. If you just keep doing it again and again, you get noticed, and word of mouth makes a big difference with the decision makers, right? Because I guarantee you, most of these people that are making the decisions are not on social media shouting about nothing. They're just in their world making things happen. But if you're putting yourself out there with one of those people, they'll tell someone and tell someone and tell someone. You'll get years of work from one good client. So the art, if there was an art, is really understanding what's a good client and who's a good client, and asking them at the end of the job, are you happy? And getting them to say to you, are you happy? Yeah, I'm happy. This is amazing. You were great. When can you work again? Are you free next week? Because originally it was very small jobs. Yeah. So I got a job Friday nights, and you go do that job. Then it became like, I've got a 3-month video project. And then you've got problems because you don't have a company and you don't have any structure.
Yeah.
So you better get your finances and your back end in order. And then you start getting so busy that you need help, staff, HR. So as you start with this small microcosm, single idea, say for example, your favorite watering hole where slam poets are performing or a band, and you go and get yourself in there as the resident photographer. That's what I did at Assembly, a really cool club in Cape Town. A lot of cool stuff happened because I was the guy that nobody could mess with, because I was just running harder and taking more pictures than anyone else at that time. And that led to the agencies that were coming and partying at the club. The agency representatives there, they were talking to the owner of the club saying, who's your photographer? I love your pictures. Network.
I hope it makes sense, guys. I hope you're taking a lot of points out of this, because Rowan, what he's saying now is you gotta put in the work, get the ball running. You don't have to have it all figured out. Again, reference, word of mouth. The more you do a great job in whatever you do, you are creating a reference for yourself. You are creating people who really believe in you, who are going to reference you, who are going to reference the work that you do.